Sold the street bikes. Got the one wheel, which never worked out. I'm sure I can ride this with two wheels. I rode it a little bit, and this is it. I'm done with street bikes. Bar hoppers, I'm done with bars. We'll see how this goes. It better go better than the one wheel, or I'm gonna be really hurting. CRF300 dual sport. Kind of tall, but if you load it down with something, it's not very loud. Thing is, I'm on my tippy toes. Might have to gain a little weight. Haven't rode a dirt bike in years. Little pegs. I can put my left foot flat. Like riding a moped on steroids. You got your RPMs here, speed limit, gas gauge, blinker, horn over here. My first thoughts are this. Come on, Honda. That's ridiculous. It's a brake line. I don't know why they did that. You'd think they could come up with a better way. But when you're trying to see the tack, you can't see it. So I need to adjust my mirrors. And so what I wanted was a small bike that would fit better in my storage locker, something I could throw in the back of my truck. And this looks like it'll just fit. The bike looks like from the center of the tire to the center of that front tire is 7 foot. I have a 7-foot bed. It's just under 7 foot, I think. It's lightweight, and it's a Honda. It's fuel injected. It should be easy to maintain. Now, it's not very fast, and it's not very loud. That's taking some getting used to. You could probably yank that restrictor out of there. I think I saw somebody do that on a CRF300. And, you know, it's just getting used to sitting on a bike this tall compared to sitting on a bike that was about my seat height this tall with Ape Hangers. So this is a completely different animal. It doesn't have motocross power at all, so it's not going to be scary. It'd be good for a beginner if the beginner was fairly tall. If you were a beginner and you weren't very tall, then I don't know if this would be the bike for you unless you could have them lower it at the shop before you bought it. You know, otherwise it might be a little intimidating sitting that high. Like for me, I've gained a few pounds. I'm not fat by any means, trust me. But I'm having trouble squeezing into these jeans, and these jeans they're selling these days are tight. And stepping over this seat in these tighter jeans is a little bit of a struggle for me. But I'm okay with the height of the bike. I think at some point I'll load it down with maybe 20-30 pounds of equipment. I'm not sure if it has the power to haul 2 of us around. But I mean, probably a little bit, but you're not going to get out on the interstate with somebody on the back of this unless you're both 100 pounds. So for now, I'm just going to ride around a little bit, and I'll get back and see if there's any thoughts, further thoughts. It looks like it might rain. I don't know. I haven't messed with this display, but other than this brake line being in the way, maybe I can zip tie that. I think I will. I have some zip ties back in the truck. I think I'll do that when I get back to the truck. I have to get that out of my way. That is ridiculous. I don't like that at all. Something I'd like to mention, because I'm going to put my GoPro in here. There's a little spot. First of all, there's a helmet lock, which that's nice. That's something you won't have to buy. I'm just wearing my skid lid. I don't normally lock that up. I don't think there's a way to lock it up. You could lock the strap around there maybe. But if you have an expensive helmet, that's a plus. You don't have to buy a helmet lock. Of course, somebody could always cut your chin strap, but then what good's a helmet with no chin strap? The other thing I wanted to show you was it's got this little storage locker compartment. It doesn't hold much. You can fit a phone in there. I got a little paperwork and insurance papers and stuff in here. And, you know, a lot of bikes don't have that. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put my camera in here. So I zip tied that out of the way, that brake line that was covering the display. And now I can see the display. And then we got a couple little foot pegs. I didn't know about this before, but that'd have to be a tiny person sitting on there, you know. I mean, not much, but they might come in handy for something else. Just an anchor point, nothing else. Getting off of it, getting on it's not too bad, but getting off of it, you gotta step way over your brake. Yesterday I got a Charlie horse stepping on that CRF300 over there. It's a little taller. But this one's just a little shorter. I think it's 36 inches at the seat. Once you're sitting on it though, it goes down a little bit depending on your weight. I doubt I'll ever get it lowered. You just got to get used to it. You don't want to change the suspension. If you put a lowering link down here, like a dog bones, you're going to change the rake, and that's going to change the handling of the motorcycle. And, you know, it could void the warranty. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to do anything to it yet, but maybe get a luggage rack so I can strap a bag or something to here. And that's about it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm going to ride it some more here in a few minutes and get used to it and maybe take it on the highway. Alright, so now I got 42 miles on it, all the way across town. I went over the 370 bridge, then I went up the Rock Road to McKelvey. Now here I'm at Creve Coeur Park, and nothing really new to report. On the highway, I was cruising at 70, but that's about it. I think you don't want to, anything around 70, I think you're going to start feeling a little shaky. And there's no wind today. On a windy day, that might be a little too fast. The bike's tall, you know, short lengthwise. You can get blown around pretty good in the wind on a windy day on a bike like this on an interstate. But today's great. 70 miles an hour was no problem, just cruising. Got it up to, you know, 72, 73, and then I just felt like, you know, we don't need to get going any faster than that. So no more issues to report. I think I'm going to just drive it home, and then I'm gonna take it to my storage facility, and that's where she'll sit for a couple days. I don't want to leave it outside, not yet. You know, it's crazy when something's new, you don't want to leave it outside, but in a few months or a year, I'll let it sit outside all the time. I mean, it is an outdoor type of a, you know, all bikes are outdoor bikes, but I mean, it's a dirt bike. Not much on it to get rusty, but still, you wouldn't want it raining down on the bike, the instrument panel and all that, although it should be pretty water resistant. You wouldn't want the sun beating down on the seat and the plastics. Maybe I can get a little cover for it or something. I don't know. We'll see. But so far, so good. First gear is kind of worthless. This bike's not very loud, but first gear you don't really get too far in first, so I've just been rolling off in second.